Hi everybody, this is Todd Roseberry. Welcome to my latest video market update. And today we're going to talk about the biggest winners and biggest losers from a price perspective. What I have found is that although you heard me say in the last video that Metro Atlanta prices have come back and they've actually exceeded the previous peak, and that's true. And that's an average. So what we're going to talk about today is some of the places or areas that have significant room to go before they've reached the previous peak. And I've identified two categories of homes in our market where you live that also have a little room to come back, and we're going to talk about that in a second. All right, so if you're like me, last week you got a myriad of messages about giving thanks for health, wealth, family, etc., and all valid. Now, I got a couple of messages about being thankful for where you live. In America, greatest country on the planet, no doubt about it. So I started thinking about living in America, and I thought, hey, we need to give thanks. I need to remind you to give thanks for where you live, specifically in Atlanta. Now, and if you are receiving this email, you most likely live in an area that a banker buddy of mine told me that they call the Golden Pyramid. Now, this is Metro Atlanta. So the Golden Pyramid is the triangle roughly formed by 75 and 85 on the north side. So you've got in-town Buckhead, Sandy Springs, Dunwoody, East Cobb, Roswell, and North Fulton. So if you live in that area, basically what it means is you are the economically advantaged. And from a real estate perspective, what that means is that prices don't go down as far, stay down as long, come back quicker, and there's a lower foreclosure rate. So I started looking around, previous peak, current peak, at a bunch of different areas in Atlanta. And what I found was basically once you get too far away from the Golden Pyramid, things can get a little touch and go. For example, Paulding County, Fine County, right outside of Cobb, has about 20% more appreciation before it reaches previous peak. Douglas County, out by the Six Flags area, has 30% more appreciation before reaching its previous peak. And I couldn't help myself. I had to look up Clayton County. Clayton County, it's like a traffic accident. You don't want to stare, but you can't help it. Clayton County, if you'll recall, was famous for, right in the middle of an economic downturn, they lost their school accreditation. There's like a top 10 list of things you don't want to happen during a cataclysmic real estate downturn. That's number one. Okay, so Clayton County has 44% more appreciation to go before reaching previous prices. So it almost has to double. Yeah. All right, people of the Golden Pyramid, let's talk about the two categories of properties of homes that I have seen that are not quite yet back, right in the middle of the Golden Pyramid. All right, category number one is price points, price point issue. If your home is double the median price for your area, then you are still in a buyer's market. I know, sorry. Category number two, school district. If your home is located in a vastly inferior school district for your area, then you likely have, what I've seen, anywhere from 5 to 10% more appreciation to go before you're back to previous peak. Now, before the hate mail begins, let me just tell you that both of those categories, what I'm seeing is they're screaming back 12, maybe 18 months from now. They'll be back to previous peak prices, and you can join the rest of the group. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. We all have so much to give thanks for, and I want to thank you for all your support and all your referrals in the past year and in the coming years, and want to wish you a very, very happy holiday season. I will talk to you soon.